What's up, y'all? Phillip James coming back to you. How we doing? Hopefully you guys are good. Hopefully everybody's doing well. So I just uploaded that video showing the cloaked crafts, the orbs, whatever you want to call them, the TR3Bs, because I'm going to tell you, in that video clip, if you actually look at the description and watch it a couple times, like I mentioned to do, because it's really hard to see the flickering dots. If you actually watch it a couple times, what you start to notice in that video is that those little flickering dots seem to be at the points, like, of a triangle, right? So, good chance those are actually TR3Bs, and those are the points lighting up. Why is it flickering? I don't know. Maybe it's some cloaking device. Maybe cameras kind of peer through the cloak. You know, maybe that's why we see the flicker in my phone's camera. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Who knows, right? But it all relates, is the thing. Just like everything in this truther realm we find ourselves in, it all relates. It always links somewhere. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Like, so biosolids. Okay? I started looking into all that stuff. The biosolids, the atrazine, the chemical castration of natural animals, you know. It's happening, you know. The white sucker fish. We have those frogs being turned transgender down or over in Cali, you know. We have all these different issues where the male testosterone is being wiped out. It links with biosolids and atrazine and fluoride in the water and your GMOs, because it all comes from the same company. It all comes from the same group of companies. That same very group of companies I'm referring to used to be called the Big Six corporations of agrochemical giants, you know? It was the Big Six. It was Monsanto, Bayer, DuPont, Dow, Syngenta, and China Chem, okay? Those were the six. Those six have now successfully merged into three, okay? So the biggest, largest agrochemical giants in the world, the same people who made Agent Orange, the same people that made DDT, the same people that made saccharin, the same people that made you know, all those different terrible polystyrene, all those things. The same people that made those have now successfully merged from 6 companies to 3. And I'll even tell you, actually, here, let's go ahead and label the 3. So, a few of you know already that Monsanto and Bayer merged, right? That was the one everybody was talking about. But in the background noise of Bayer and Monsanto merging together for $66.6 billion, in the background noise of them merging, you had China Chem and Syngenta successfully merged for like $113 billion. Then you had Dow Chemical and DuPont merge successfully for like another $89 billion. The biggest GMO chemical producing companies have now all merged and consolidated from 6 to 3. You see what I'm saying here? Now, a fun little fact about Bayer, the same company that bought out Monsanto, you know, it all links. It always links. That's where I started going with this. It always links. So you look at Bayer, back in the good old days in Nazi Germany, right? Yeah, no. But anyways, back in the day in Nazi Germany, okay, Bayer owned Auschwitz as a subsidiary, okay? A subsidiary. And see, Bayer was part of a company, from what I understand, the CEOs and the big time people back in the day after World War II, they split off from a company called IG Farben, okay? IG Farben was the company who made Zyklon B, the nerve gas, or the agent that they killed all the Jewish people in the gas chambers with. That was made by IG Farben and Bayer, same people, okay? IG Farben, after World War II, was forced to split up because it was bigger than all these agro company giants right now. But the funny thing is that all those big 6 companies just merged to 3. It seems like IG Farben's back in the game, doesn't it? Along with Nazi Germany and their concentration camps. Kind of seems like they're all back, doesn't it? But that was a fun little thing. I intended on making a video about all 3 of those mergers I just mentioned. I never did though. And it was because I planned on it because everybody kept talking about Monsanto and Bayer and how they had merged. But nobody wanted to talk about China Chem and Syngenta. Nobody wanted to talk about Dow Chemical and DuPont. Those are the 6 largest. And they are now 3. So they are now the 3 largest. And if you guys have forgotten, don't forget the way the American government, is in bed with Monsanto or now Bayer. Because you got to remember, these psychos, you got Hillary on the board at Monsanto, you got Hillary on board at Walmart, you got EPA workers and FDA workers that work for Monsanto. You got the Monsanto Protection Act that was passed back in the day by the American government, and that made it almost impossible for people like you and me to sue Monsanto without a corporation to back us, okay? So your government did that to protect Monsanto, and then they came out and did the Monsanto Dark Act to protect them and help them so they didn't have to label their GMOs. So you don't know what you're eating, okay? So see the connections here? It always goes back to the government. The same people that make those chemicals and the GMOs and all that crap are the same people who are turning these frogs transgender, chemically castrating the population of America. Same people. These same people are the same people that have been making terrible stuff for this earth and us for, ever. It all connects. And like I said in that description, though, there's things taking place now, and they're all happening so fast, it's hard to keep up, right? So think about this with me. I am a firm believer that it is all about the timing, okay? You guys know I'm a Christian now. You guys know that my beliefs have changed. Now, the thing with that, I firmly believe that God has a plan, right? I also firmly believe that this is His plan and that this is His timing. So when I tell you it's all about the timing, it's all about His timing, right? Let me explain. The way these things work, to me, it seems like, let me think of how I want to word this. So, okay, we have a few things in the works right now. We got the election happening. We got the Middle East peace plan being talked about. We have people talking about what is to come with the war of Gog and Magog. A lot of people are starting to see these things come, right? We're starting to see the precursor of the narrative for these things, or the way these things might play out. We're starting to see this, right? What are we waiting on? We're waiting on something. We're waiting on some sort of timing, some sort of event, right? When this event takes place, my friends, I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is. I can't tell you when it is. All I can tell you is that we are waiting on a type of catalyst to initiate this apocalypse. We are waiting on some sort of event that'll really kick up the progress here. We're waiting on something. But once this happens, it is going to pick up so fast, in my opinion. We think we can't keep up now? Oh, bud. My friends, whenever this event I think we're waiting on takes place, ain't nobody keeping it. It all connects. It all connects. It's all about the time. It's all about it. There is a type of balance on this earth, a type of Some people call it karma. Some people call it a balance. Some people call it God's will. Some people call it, Kai or Chi or Ki or whatever you want to call it. Some people call it all kinds of things. There is a balance on this earth. And I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but that balance is slowly getting tipped out of balance, right? The events taking place are catastrophic. We have fiery objects falling from the sky on almost every given day. We have earthquakes in diverse locations, okay? Indiana had a 2.4 earthquake the other day, and there's not even a fault line there. How does that happen, guys? How does that happen? I mean, not even a fault line anywhere around where Champaign, Indiana, where this 2.4 happened. Granted, it's a small earthquake, but that would be the definition of earthquakes in diverse locations to me, okay? In places where they don't normally happen, and now they are happening. We just had an earthquake today or early this morning in Massachusetts, okay? Very, very rare. That does not happen. I've been feeling tremors here in Ohio, okay? Yellowstone had 36 earthquakes in 5 hours the other day. 36 earthquakes in 5 hours. That's a lot of earthquakes in 5 hours. Once again, granted, there is a supervolcano there, so there's going to be some sort of movement. I get that. But this has not been seen before, is the point that I'm making in the city now. Better put the seatbelt on. And then you look at the objects falling out of the sky, the objects being seen in the sky, the mass sightings, mass UFO sightings, right after coming out and telling us, yeah, we have UFO crafts in our possession, the American government and all, admitting that, it's 100% a reality, that there is a technological advanced craft in their possession that's not built here, okay? Whether or not you believe it's dimensional, you believe it's planetary, it does not matter. The point is that they have come out and told you that they're definitely in possession of some of these crafts, okay? So, if they tell you this, that's because they expect you to have the chance of seeing some of these crafts, okay? If they're telling us these things, like when they're like, okay, we got all these near-Earth objects coming this year. You guys ever remember a year where there's 10,000 near-Earth objects every other day? I don't either. But see what I'm saying? They expect you to see something, okay? There's a good chance we can see something. So they're putting it out there now to kind of get a run on it. Like, okay, yeah, we got all these asteroids coming. We got all these comets coming. We got all these meteorites coming. If they say all that before, it happens, and then it starts happening, you're like, oh, yeah, look, that's what they told us. You're more likely to just take them at their word. Like, just believe it, right? But the problem is, all of the stuff they tell us, all of these things happening have been prophesied 2,000 years ago or more, give or take a few, and they're coming true. I mean, pretty accurately, scary accurately, as a matter of fact. Gives me goosebumps when I talk about it, okay? And you want to know how I've always judged on when I think I know something or when I know I'm right about something? Like, I could sit there and I might not have, like, the biosolid thing, okay? I knew they were doing something weird with the fields. I knew it. I could smell it. I knew it, okay? I didn't know what it's called. Didn't know where to begin looking for it or how to find it. But I got the goosebumps, man. Like, I got the feeling, like the cold chill or I don't know how to describe it. I got the verification that, yes, I am right on this. Look into it. I start trying to find it, and sure enough, guess what? I found it. And then sure enough, it's a much bigger thing than I ever thought it was, okay? I got my verification. I get, cold chills. I get goosebumps. Like, I know when I'm on the right trail, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, we're in the end times. There is no doubt, okay? I'm telling you. Every time I've had verification in my life of something I talk about, it feels like this. The way I feel when I talk about end times right now. Like, it's the same thing. Like, I'm telling you guys, it's here. It is here. Man. Remember, when all of these things begin to come to pass, look up, lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh. Look up. Your skies are showing you. And for the people that don't look up, that's not you guys, I know you guys do. But for the people that don't, that's why I film this. That's why I film these signs. Because then I can show you people that don't look, okay? And that's fine. But I'm telling you, look up. You're going to want to, because these signs are happening. And you can film them, I can film them, anybody can. There was a mass UFO sighting over Hawaii the other day. There was a mass UFO sighting over DC the other day, like a day after the Hawaii sighting. And then I filmed more just yesterday, okay? You will see them, and they're coming. And then to top that off, there was another sighting in Camden, New Jersey, and that one is strange, I'm telling you. Strange. And of course, this is right after they come out and tell us. We have crafts, yeah. We have crafts. They weren't built here. So now we're suddenly starting to see all these sightings. Now we're, suddenly starting to see all these signs. Like, see, guys, they expect you to see something, okay? That's why they're telling you now. That's why they're telling us. Be ready for what's coming, my friends. Oh, man. Just be ready. Much love to y'all. God bless y'all. Phil James, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.